Great, 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 great. Let's take a moment now we'll pass the mailing list. And if you didn't get an email from us, then put your name on, and you'd like to, put your name on the list. And who knows what's coming up at this beautiful church. And the other thing is, we'll pass the basket. I'm going to give it to Kathy here. And so, give what you can if you have a few bucks. And if you prefer to do it via QR code, I don't know if you look like much of a QR crowd here. Well, anyway, there's a QR code sitting at the door. And Fran can continue with the concert. I think we'll go with our mood lighting, Mr. Gary, who is graciously back there running the lights. So take it away, Fran.
Okay. So the next thing I'm going to play is a set of 3 preludes by Mr. Grangeni. If you're not sure what preludes are, Johann Sebastian Bach wrote many, many preludes and fugues and that kind of thing. So these preludes don't necessarily have to have a specific mood or form or whatever, but they're somewhat repetitive, and they usually have something that goes with them. But these are just 3 preludes that, again, Mr. Grangeni was really great at melody, color, and really using the harp beautifully. Now, the other thing that he was really good at was, if you notice that I have pedals down at the bottom of my feet, so when the concert's over, you can come up and see that if you're not aware of that. That's how I make it's like the white keys on the piano, and how I make the sharps and flats is by moving the pedals. And when the harp is in all flats, when we're playing with all of the pedals disengaged, and I'm playing in the key of C flat major, the harp is even more resonant. So Mr. Grangeni used a lot of flat keys because the harp has a warm resonance when we're in flat keys. And it's a little brighter and a little more staccato, not staccato, but it's a little less warm. It's a little brighter and sharper in sharp keys. So he was very good at using the different keys and being able to extract this beautiful sound again from the harp. So the first, the 3 preludes are kind of fast, slow, fast, almost like a sonata, but they don't have any kind of sonata form. They're just pretty little pieces that don't have anything to do with anything. They're just music in its pure form. The next thing I will play after that are 3 little pieces that actually do have program kind of titles. So I'm going to play these 3 preludes. Then I'm going to play In a Dancing Mood, A Butterfly, and Deep River Prelude. So you'll hear in the second of the 3 pieces, maybe you can picture what those things are. So again, the preludes have nothing, but the second 3 pieces will be In a Dancing Mood, A Butterfly, and Deep River Prelude, Deep River Interlude. And Deep River, of course, we know is the hymn Deep River. So I hope you enjoy these 6 little pieces. Thank you. It was nice of the little siren to start during the very soft ending. Anyway, so I'm just looking at the time. Okay, well, I would like to do, Mr. Grangeny had a teacher, too, who taught at the Paris Conservatory, whose name was Alphonse Hasselmans. And Hasselmans, again, not the greatest composer, not the most deep, wonderful, great music, but great music on the harp. And one of the things he did was write a lot of concert etudes and great little pieces for students. So this is one of the things that one of my first teachers taught me was this piece that I'm going to play now. It's called La Source, or the Brook. And as you'll hear, it's lots of descending arpeggios, which makes it sound very much like falling water. And you'll hear the brook kind of get, it starts out soft, and then it kind of gets a little more, there's more rocks, and there's more white water, and it gets a little more anxious and tumultuous, and then it slows down and calms down at the end again. So you can almost picture a little brook coming down the hillside, over the rocks and through the valley. So hope you enjoyed this one. This is called La Source, Opus 44 by Alphonse Hasselmans. Thank you so much. I'm kind of torn. What should I play next? Why don't I'm going to play two more things. The first thing I'm going to play is one of the very first pieces that I learned by Mr. Grangeni, and it is called Automne. It's, I know we're in spring, we're coming towards spring, and yay. So we'll call it Unspringen instead today. I had this one church lady who I used to play at her church a lot, and she was also a teacher of mine, and I would play this piece a lot, and she would just change the name every time the seasons changed. She'd call it Snowflakes or whatever. So I'm going to play it, and we'll call it Unspringen time or whatever. But it's really called Autumn, and it's a short little beautiful piece that, again, really takes advantage of the colors on the harp. And then we'll wrap it up with something completely different. But let's do Autumn first. Well, you've been so wonderful to sit through this lovely concert of Mr. Grangeni and his friends and his teachers and his mentors and whatever. So we are going to finish with something completely different. In my opinion, the most perfect song ever written for musical theater. Anybody know? Anybody want to guess? Anybody? I'll give you a hint. It's Stephen Sondheim. So one of my favorite shows that he wrote, besides Sweeney Todd, which is not exactly appropriate for this beautiful church, A Little Night Music. And if any of you know Little Night Music, he wrote this beautiful song for the lead character, the female character, Desiree Armfelt, while the show was out of town. It wasn't originally in the show, and he wrote it almost in no time at all. And it became one of the most recorded songs, one of the most sung and popular songs of all musical theater. So I'm going to play a version of Send in the Clowns, and that really is just wonderful on the harp. And it is absolutely, if you don't know the show, go find a place and go see the show. It's probably the most beautiful, perfect song ever written for musical theater. So thank you all for being here this evening. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I've enjoyed playing for you in this amazing space, this beautiful church. Thank you to Cynthia and Allison for having me. And I hope to be back soon. I think I will be back in the morning to play for church service if you want to come. So thank you all again, and I hope you enjoy this Send in the Clowns. Thank you so much. So, oh goodness, what would I play? What would I play? Oh, I could play, okay. I'll play one more little doohickey. These are some beautiful English folk songs that a friend of mine, Ray Poole, arranged them. They can be played on any harp, tiny little harp, big harp, whatever. I love them. They are awesome. They are beautiful. There are two of them that I'm going to play for you. The first one is called Sweet William, and it's about a sailor named William, and it's kind of sad. And then the other one I will play is called The Seeds of Love.
Thank you so much, Fran.
I hope you'll all join us in the other room.
Yeah, so let's go have a cookie. Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. My blood pressure is way down, despite the sirens outside. So come back to other things here. There's always something good going on here at St. Paul's.
I had way more stuff than I needed.
Always have more than I need. That's true. But it's okay. It didn't really occur to me at first. It's sounds so. Because I've been meaning to, I need to see this. And I just throw it in my support. Yeah, the pedals are connected through rods that go up the bottom, and then they connect to this mechanism here. So this F sharp, or actually I use a C. So the red ones are C, and when I put the pedal into the natural position, these little discs turn, and they shorten the string by that much. So, and then we go to the sharp, and then they shorten again. So each string has 3 notes, sharp, and so every time B flat, B sharp. So what I can do is I can make 3 notes sound the same. Right. And that's what makes the because these sound the same and these sound the same. Oh, really? Yeah. This really not probably.